on YouTube. So if you want to hear the podcast, just go to my link, click on the YouTube joint. Yeah. All right, we on here. Yes, I gotta pull this up on the YouTube, man. The YouTube.
The tubers.
Look at me, bro. My brain is fried today,
dog, bro.
Listen, we gonna get to all that. We go, yeah. We
try to take your boys out this week, man. This week was a rough one,
fam. This was one of the craziest weeks ever. Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that. First and foremost, welcome to another episode of Unquantized Live. It's Friday. We back again. We almost didn't make it through the week, but damn it, we're here. We are
here,
ready,
man. Barely
ready to go.
Barely.
And it's gonna show you what type of show this is gonna be because I definitely cussed in the first 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, so you already know what time. Ain't no monetization.
Nah, no bread off this one. No bread off this show. It's all good though. It's all good. So wait, I got a question. And we could talk about the week and all that, but I just had a question off the rip. This may not be happening, or it may be happening. Why don't producers in America reach out to artists that's popping overseas? You always hear about, producers here reach out to artists that are here. And then even producers from overseas reach out to the big name artists that are here. But why don't American producers actively pursue artists that are overseas?
They tripping too, because I'm K-pop shawty. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, I'm hitting the line, bro. I'm trying to make them plays on that. You know what I mean?
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. It's so many artists over there, and they dope. They super dope. And there's so many other countries. Why do we focus strictly on this one country?
Yeah, that is weird. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
The UK is out there, bro. It's so many. Like Africa scene is going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I was watching something. I think it was on Instagram or YouTube or something, and it was just an artist from overseas. He was dope, and I was just all his producers were from where he was from, and he was talking about producers in America, and it just hit me like, why don't producers over here reach out to artists that are overseas?
But the people who do it take off. Like Diplo is famous for that. Like that's Diplo's vibe. It's like, yo, I'm gonna go to Jamaica. I'm gonna post up. We gonna work with every Jamaican artist that's here. You know what I mean? And we gonna build the scene up. And then they go to the next place.
Dog, it makes so much sense to me. Like, yeah, I don't even know what's happening, but that's just a thought that hit me early today. By the way, if you're on Instagram, go ahead, click my link and go to YouTube. We're live on YouTube. You can't see the young Triza and you can't hear him because he's right here in my ear. So if you want to see this podcast, just go ahead and click on the YouTube joint in my bio.
So Jesse brings up a good point. He says language and cultural barrier.
Nah.
For some places I could take it, but I'll say for like London, no excuse. As far as you know what I mean? Like even Korea, like K-pop, like bro, they speak better English than all of us. And 5 other languages.
Every country overseas speaks English. Every country. I would say over 50% of the population speaks English. I've been to, I ain't gonna say a bunch of countries in the last couple of years, but I've been to enough to know that everyone speaks English. Everybody. So I don't think that's it. And you just never even hear any producers over here even talking about that. Like that could be a wave really for somebody. Like you said, it's Diplo's wave, but that could really be a wave for somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Just go overseas. Hey, listen.
Hey, I would love to. Bro, you know how fun that would be to travel and like cook up?
Fam,
just work with different cultures. Like, all right, man, that's a Vice show. Come on, man. Come on, Vice. Where's that, man?
It's like, fuck, that's delicious, but
yeah, exactly. You take in the culture, you go see a bunch of stuff, you go learn the musical history, then you make music with the local acts. Then at the end of the show, put out an album. That's great television.
That could be fire. That could be fire. Gordon Ramsay got this joint where he'll go to different countries, meet up with like a top chef from that country, and he'll go around and learn the country. You learn about it, but then they have like a cook-off at the end of the show. And they have to usually like serve the food to like whoever the mayor or the king or whoever. That would be dope. That would be dope for beats. Like a producer from over here goes to different countries. You kind of learn about the country and you get learn about some of the producers over there. But then there's like a beat battle type thing against
Right.
you, the American, and whoever one of the best producers is over there.
Oh yeah, or like an artist, like a big artist over there, and it's like y'all make a song. That'd be
that
fire.
joint would be fire, bro. That joint would be super fire.
Noisy, where you at? Send send a check.
Exactly. What's up with Noisy? They've been,
bro. Noisy was so great, and I don't know what happened to that joint, bro.
Yeah, I don't know either, but okay. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna shout out some people in the chat.
Yeah, please do.
We got young Jesse Till, we got young DL in the building again. We got DJ Dwight. What up, bro?
What up?
We got Mr. Griffin. What up? Sandman, what up, bro? We got Triza all day. What up, man? Cool.
Yo, by the way, if you're here because of the email I sent out today, just put a 222 in that joint. I need to see how effective those emails are being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let us know. Let's see. I've been binge watching y'all all week. Watching live for the first time. Hey, my dog, appreciate you, bro. Come on through,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about. Yo, and I haven't. All right, here we go. Right here. I wasn't on the YouTube joint at all.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm on here.
So, okay, DL brings up a good question, right? He says, "How did Marshmallow maintain like?" I feel like this is one of these words I'm gonna mess up. I know I'm gonna mess it up. I know the word, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? How do you say anonymous? The word for anonymous, but it's the anonymity.
Anonymity?
Yeah, there we go. And then
how does he maintain anonymity?
See anonymity. Okay, there we go. I got you. Okay, I'm there. But like, you familiar with Marshmallow, the EDM DJ producer?
Yeah.
And it is interesting because that's like his whole thing. I think it's because it's a gimmick. And I'm pretty sure I know who he is, and he was popping before. So it wasn't like he was starting from zero. This is like somebody who was like, hey, my career is going cool, but it could go better. What if I did this thing, which I would say like almost like Humpty Hump, like Digital Underground. It's like he's a fake rapper, but he's a real rapper at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's one of those kind of things, and that's why it worked, because it's just such a weird concept that it just like popped off.
Okay. Man, shout out to Marshmallow, man.
And it's pretty cool though that he don't talk or show his face and he popping.
There you go.
How mad would you be if you like out here doing interviews, you like talking, you doing all this stuff, and you can't get no traction, and as soon as you stop talking and you cover your face, that's when your career take off? I wouldn't know how to take that. You need to start going to family dinner and shut up with the mask on. You're gonna be rocking. Oh, face for radio. Face for radio face.
Oh man. So all right. Oh, I see some 222 people in. So that email is pretty effective, bro. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep doing that. And shout out to whoever sent me an email the other day, like, yo, keep sending out those emails. Because I don't send them every Friday. Yeah.
Young Fiction, what up?
So it's another thing that I wanted to talk about, and then I'm gonna get to some other questions. I'm kind of loaded up today. I'm kind of loaded up. It's been that type of week.
There you go.
So, and you'll identify with this too. The hype about the potential placement.
Ooh.
And I don't know if this is good advice or bad advice, but this is the advice that I'm going to give. Try not to get too excited when you hear that somebody did a song to your beat.
It's so hard though.
Even somebody of note.
It's tough.
And the thing is, it's tough to not get excited, especially the first time. Or I'll give you the first 3 times.
Yeah, you gotta get your heart broken. That's what has to happen. You have to get your heart broken, and then you'll learn. You're like, all right, I gotta chill,
bruh. Heartbreak Hotel when it don't go nowhere. If it doesn't go anywhere.
I can name a few, and it happened to me like. The album's coming out, I didn't sign it, and then it's like, oh, we made a last minute change. Like right before the album drops. Like I didn't sign paperwork. I didn't got paid for some of these and they don't come out. I'm like, bro, what? Like,
well, see,
go ahead, drop it.
You talking a step further than most people actually get, even in that situation. Because the advice I was going to give is it's not official until they start asking you for splits.
Oh, yeah.
It's technically not official until the money clears in your bank account. Technically. But once they start talking about splits and all that, then okay. All right. You might have to, because as we say, if you get a placement, you want to like use that as marketing, use that as fuel, use that for momentum. So around that time, they start asking about splits. Okay, maybe you can start thinking about how am I going to turn this into momentum? It looks like it might be a real thing happening here. But anything prior to that, keep it pushing like it didn't even happen.
Oh yeah, you got to. You gotta. It sounds terrible, but it's like you should be excited about your work and your accomplishments. But like with music, because I've seen it happen so many times, bro, of like where someone gets a cut and they get so excited and they start telling everybody like, oh, I got this Migos record, and then it never comes out, and then people looking at you like, what happened to your Migos song? Where's it at? Right. So it makes you, it puts you in a weird spot. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, bro, until it's on the internet, I don't say anything about it, bro. I try not to, bro. I can name 4 right now off top, dog, like for real, that one of them had 4 or 5 big artists on it, right? The issue was one of the artists didn't want to clear it because they were beefing or something. So that one didn't come through, bro. It's just like, you know what I mean? You just gotta create and keep them pushing, bro. You just gotta not stress on it. And I feel like you get caught up in that too. And you start, I don't know, man. I like just focusing and then like just trying to work more because I don't want to get caught up in that like, oh, I got one. You know what I mean? Like I do want that joy, but I want to make sure I'm staying focused on what it is, because it ain't about the one, it's about the 10, the 20, the 30, the catalog.
That's a fact. So when you think you got one, my train of thought is, what would I do if this didn't pan out? And then do that regardless. Do whatever that plan is. You know what I mean? More of whatever you did to get the one or whatever. But live your life like it's not gonna happen, because man, Heartbreak Hotel, boy, it's a real place.
It happens to all of us too. It's gonna happen. It's one of those things of like, someone told me in the music industry, you're gonna get screwed. It's just like how bad is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna get educated and it's gonna like you're gonna catch a little L or you're gonna catch a big L? But everybody's gonna go through it. And I feel like the heartbreak with the placement thing, if you in that game, you gonna catch it, bro. If you any good, you gonna catch one of them. Like, oh, such and such just cut the record, we about to put it out. Never.
But you'll learn is almost like par for the course. Like you'll have so many things cooking. Like, all right, it might be 5 potentials. Like two, maybe 3 of them joints probably not going to happen. 2 or 3 may happen. You just kind of start to look at it that way. But man, that's just for whoever didn't get their first one yet, or you might even be going through it now. Be low key. Don't get out here and start telling everybody that you about to cop the mini mansion and all that type of stuff because you got a Drake record or whatever. Just play it low key and find out what happens, because it ain't real till it's real.
I will say, when it does come out, you need to have a plan, because you got a short window. Placements ain't like it was. I remember you got a placement, you could probably write off that steam for like months, dog, of like, oh yeah, I caught this record. Now you got a solid 2 weeks, bro, for the internet that moved on to something else. So you better, when that joint drop, man, you better go, you promote like crazy, dog. Story it up, Facebook it up, tell all the family, the friends, everybody, bro.
All that. Shout out to Don Corleone. He up in here. He knows all about the placement game.
Oh yeah.
Said gotta have that crocodile skin. That is a fact, my brother.
Young Don, what up, bro?
Man, that's a super fact. Yeah, and you'll learn. It just works out like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Tracks All Day says facts. I got too excited because I thought I had 2 placements, promoted it, and then only one of the songs got released. Hey, at least you caught one.
At least you got the one. You got the one.
Hey,
bruh.
That's better than some people, bruh.
I had a song. My first one was a super heartbreak. It was supposed to be a song with Method Man, Jay-Z, and DMX. The beat was stupid hard.
That's a sad one.
Fam, I just knew my life was finna change. It did not happen. Oh yeah. I was so sad. It's back in the Def Jam days. Yeah.
Them the ones that hurt, where it's the life-changing ones that it's like, bro, if I catch this one.
Facts.
And then that joint just sitting on your hard drive, and only you and the people that worked on it know about it. You can't really play it because it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man.
Nope. Can't do nothing with it, bro. Can't do nothing with it. Yeah, I had another one that's more heartbreaking than that, believe it or not. And I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a few. I had a back to back. I had like a month where it's just like a few of them. I was like expecting a bunch of them, and but it's cool. I've had times where I just caught the unexpected one too. So it's part of the game.
Are they always unexpected?
Oh yeah.
If you ask me, man.
But sometimes I feel like I'm putting the effort. Like now, I feel like I'm putting more effort toward it. I'm being more conscious towards what I'm doing and like building a system towards it. But it's been times where I just been like just sitting there and not really doing that, and then I still catch one. I'd be like, oh snap, like timing. You know what I mean? Luck. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I seen a clip with Ilman talking about. He's like, bro, nobody knows what they're doing. He's like, it's all luck, and I was like, that is pretty true. It's very much. It's a lot of randomness. I mean, talent is part, but it's
from something you did or somebody you met like a year ago, 2 years ago, and it just happened to come back around.
Butterfly effect.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Before we get into any more questions, I got a special shout out. Shout out to anybody that takes their laptop to their 9 to 5 to cook up beats before, during, and after work. Y'all the real MVPs. Right. Real MVPs.
That in your car cook up while you eating like a McChicken.
Man,
them 808s hit different, bro. When you got the McChicken in your hand and you in your driver's seat, you know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
And you got the aux plugged in too, and you can't move because you don't want to pull the aux out the laptop. Come on,
there
bro.
you go.
Different. That's different.
You got mayo on your S key, but you still jamming. You still jamming.
Yeah, I get that later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that you name me a beat, something like 2-door jam or something like that.
Can't wait to get off work. Version 6.
Facts,
bro.
F this job,
bro. I used to do that when I was a car pusher at Walmart back in the day, bro. I would go get a McChicken, go sit in my car, and this is how you know it's back then. I was on Reason. I had a white MacBook on Reason working at Walmart, and it was terrible. That didn't last long.
But okay, so my joint was I was a manager at a call center, and this was I forget what year this was, but I was Diggin, and this is way before like people were Diggin. And I used to be on Audio Galaxy.
Wow.
If y'all don't know, Audio Galaxy was one of the best download sites ever. It was probably during Napster time and all that stuff, but this is way better than any of that. Audio Galaxy, if you had it on your computer at home, you could download something anywhere and it would send it to your computer at home. So I would just go to one of the supervisors' desks that wasn't facing like the floor, kept Audio Galaxy up on that joint all night. I'm just going through records, going through stuff. And then I get home and it's got a ton of joints on the computer. Oh, those were the days. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, we'll see. Ponzu, what up, bro? Young Ponzu. He out here in the A, shouting.
I heard, man. Might try to get up. I know you're gonna be here for a little while longer.
Yes, sir. See, Sandman Griffith says, "Yeah, I've been catching L's since I started." I wouldn't say it like that, bro. I mean, you gonna catch him, bro. Especially at the beginning. The thing is, it's momentum, bro. Like, bro, you gotta think of the number. Like, bro, even with me, bro, I sent out packs right this week of like loops and ideas to different producers and stuff like that. Bro, I sent Diego probably 10 ideas. You know how many he picked?
How many?
1. That one is jamming though.
I know it's jamming.
It's jamming. But the beats aren't bad. It's just you got to think of what that person's going through, the timing. It's the emotion they feeling at the time. So all those variables play into what song somebody's going to pick. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just like, you got to get the best quality and the best numbers of different like pockets to kind of increase your chances. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got to keep shooting. It's a numbers game. Yeah. So, okay, this kind of ties in with that. Someone says, what are the best tips for creating a solid business plan as an indie music producer? I would say this, because every plan is going to be specific to the person, but watch the market, see what people are doing. And I always found it's been good practice to like, you're going to have some core followers, some people that just mess with you all the way around. Try to get as many of those people as you can and test different things out. People like being a part of the process. Like when we come out with stuff, Some people want to be a part of the focus group. Like,
yeah.
what do you like better? This song or that song? What do you like better? This sound or that sound?
Right.
Test, study, research, and then get you a nice focus group of people and just test. Because the thing is, you could go fast, fail fast, which is not a bad plan all the time. But if you can test and have a reliable test group of people, rock with that. I'll be honest with you, because you don't want to sit there, build a whole elaborate plan, maybe dump a whole bunch of money into something that won't work.
And I would say get specific, because like saying like, what's a business plan for a producer is like saying like, what's the business plan for a business person? It's like, what kind of business do you want? Do you want an e-commerce? Do you want wholesale? Do you want to do real estate? Do you want to do
where you at?
Yeah, so it's like, do you want to do commercials? Do you want to do scoring? Do you want to do placements? Do you want to sell beats online? Like, it's different pockets, different plans and methods to come with all of that different stuff. So I would figure out like where I want to go first, and then figure out backwards from there. Like, who's the top dogs? Who's winning in those spaces? And then like, all right, what are they doing? And figure it out like that. Also,
you could try to, of course, you try to figure out the best things, but usually the way to find out what the best things are is to try everything. If you're just starting out, because you never know what's going to pop for you. You never know what platform is going to pop for you. If you make certain different types of music, you never know which one is going to appeal more to the audience. You know what I mean? So just test, research, try out. And that goes back to what we were talking about before. You just got to keep shooting. You just got to keep shooting. And also, speaking of just keep shooting, social media, weird. Right there. Super weird. Not really going to get into my gripes about it, but I am, so here I go. Certain platforms they want to get people to participate in one aspect of it. Let's say Instagram, for instance. They want you to post reels because they're competing with TikTok or whatever still. So there's nothing wrong with that. But they also seem to be penalizing for if you do a regular post or the IGTV that they tried to shove in your face a couple weeks. Now, you seem to be penalized for using those things because they want to drive you to reels. So saying all that to say, social media, kind of weird right now, but keep shooting. Because I know a lot of people were kind of down before it got as weird as it is. Now they're like, I do stuff, I don't get any traction, no one sees it, no one likes it. Someone saw it. They may not have liked it. You just never know. Like, just keep doing your thing. Perform for 2 like you would perform for 2 million. Just keep doing your thing. Somebody saw it. And I've had instances where certain people that I've met of note in my life that did change my life, they were like, oh yeah, no, I saw you on Instagram. This person never liked anything, never commented on anything. Like, I know everything about you on Instagram. So somebody is seeing it. Just, people just don't engage like that. And also, what's your alternative? To do nothing?
Right, exactly.
You're definitely not going to succeed doing nothing.
Exactly.
So, hey, man, listen, you got to exercise your fuck it muscles. Like, fuck it. Put it out there. You know what I mean? Just like
you say it all the time, and it's still funny. Every time you say it, I'm like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You got to do it. Hey, do it for you.
Oh, thanks.
Do it for you and look at it. Shit.
Yeah, that's big.
I mean, listen, man, you got to keep shooting. It might get hard out here for a pimp.
I feel like keep shooting. It's just momentum, man. Like, man, if anybody has had a rough couple weeks, I feel like, bro, I've been going through it. But what I feel like I'm staying cool somewhat is because it's just momentum. It's like what I can't control, I'm like chipping away at it. I can't control a lot of this stuff, so it's just like, it's kind of going with the flow. I don't even know. Should I tell that story? Because it's so crazy that it's like, it's one of those things of like, bro, how does this happen to someone?
Hey, I'm all ears.
Well, okay. I guess
I've heard the story, but it's good.
I guess I'll tell the one about how my Shopify store, the producer kit, got snatched away from me. So I go, man, I wake up and I'm being lazy this day, bro. I don't feel like I've been making beats, bro. I don't want to do no business type stuff. I'm like, bro, I just want to make beats and vibe out. So I make a couple beats and then I'm like, all right, let me go check on the site, check my sales, check what's going on. You know, the usual everyday thing. I go to log in my Shopify. It says locked. I'm like, what's that mean? What y'all talking about? I've been on here 10 years, bro. I ain't never seen this. I ain't never seen it. I've been on Shopify since the beginning and I ain't never seen that. So I hit Oracle like, yo, your Shopify working? He like, yeah, it's good. I log into my other business. That's fine. So I'm like, something's wrong. So I hit Shopify. They like, yo, did you get an email from us? Didn't get it. So I look, it's in the spam. It's marked archive. I don't know. Somehow I didn't see it. Legal. It says legal.shopify. So I'm already like, oh, bro, something didn't happen. Right. Yeah. And it's a name
nothing with the word legal in it is good.
Yeah. So I get this name that I don't know, and it's asking for his birth certificate and his driver's license. So I'm confused. I'm like, bro, I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Like, what's going on? Dog. So, you know, in this quest of like not doing as much myself, trying to expand and get help and not rely, you know, I feel like my issue is I try to do too much stuff myself, then I mess up. So I'm trying to get more help, trying to outsource, trying to, you know, hire more people. So I hired this dude from Upwork, and he does this little random fix on my website for $25 to fix some coding on my website, right? He is on some kind of ban list, like a serious ban list, like serious ban list. And international. And because I hired him and added him to my Shopify, it flagged me. So I had to prove how I know him. I told Oracle I ain't gonna cap. I turned to Triza 69. I told everything I know about this cat because I don't know homie. I don't know homie like that to be playing. I'm not doing no time for no crime. You know what I mean? I'm not doing none of that, bro. Bro, I showed him how I know him. I'm like, bro, I just hired him. I don't know, dude. I don't know nothing about this, bro. So I had to go through all this legal stuff and talk to all these people. They finally gave me my site back, but I was sick, bro. I was sick.
My man hired My man hired Cobra Commander. He hired
bro, out of all the people, bro, I'm like, how is it my luck? Out of all the people, and the fact that he took the test to get the job, passed with flying colors, had the highest score out of everybody, and did a great job at the task. I'm like, what the hell, bro? What is going on, dog?
Hey, sometimes the problem student be the smartest.
Yeah, bro. So
sometimes the smartest be the problem.
That is true. So, hey, if stuff's not going your way, guys, let me know how you fix it, because I'm right there with you.
Yo, and
help me.
In the words of Biggie, stay low and keep firing,
man.
Yeah. Okay, that led me to another thing that I want to talk about, and I tweeted this today. And it gets back to you were talking about how you feel like you do, you do too much yourself. You're trying to outsource and all that type of stuff. So actually, that got me to thinking about what I tweeted this morning, which was, we often make plans as producers, musicians, whatever we are. We make plans that involve getting a lot of money. Nothing wrong with that. We all love money. Everybody wants to make a ton of dough. I get it. But maybe a better way would be to make plans that are more centered on freedom. Because when you think about it, it's not really the money, it's the freedom and the things that the money allows you access to. So if you operate from a standpoint of freedom, you'll get money, but you'll also take your time into consideration a lot more. Because that's the thing. When we're like, I want to get more money, it's usually like, do more stuff. Right. You're going to have to do more initially to grow anything. But we rarely get into the mindset of, okay, let me try to outsource something. Or even if it's not outsourcing or building a team, it's like, let me find some type of automation for this process. Because you're going to want to make more money than you're making, because everything becomes normal at a certain point, which means you're going to do more stuff. And if you're not focused on freedom, you're not really thinking about your time. So your time is getting snatched away from you. Your bread is growing. And then the problem that you're trapped with is like, okay, how long can I sustain this? Because if you want to keep getting bread, you're going to keep doing more stuff. I always think like, when I'm 60 years old or 50 years old or whatever it is, am I still going to want to be doing X, Y, and Z, and this, that, and the third. And if you kind of think from that standpoint, you're like, all right, how can I take a little bit of this off of my plate? And it's not even necessarily to put it on somebody else's plate, even though that's good if you could build a team and hire people. But automation is out there.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to sit and post on Instagram 3 times a day manually. Getlater.com or something like that, and batch them, schedule them out throughout the week. So saying all that to say, I think you should make more plans with freedom in mind instead of money, and then that way you'll value your time more. You won't get bogged down trying to be Scrooge McDuck.
My homeboy told me, and it's great advice. He says, take the hard workingness that you have and apply that to figuring out how to be more lazy. And it took me a while to understand. I was like, bro, but that's he's like, bro, you try to do everything. He's like, I'm Patrick Beverly, dog. Like, I put up a bunch of effort, but it always don't translate to wins. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool. How do I put effort into being smarter about how everything moves? You know what I mean? And put more effort into that rather than just trying to do everything. So that's kind of what I've been on. But I ain't gonna front that me hiring, the Batman villain kind of threw me off, bro. I ain't gonna front. I was a little scared out there to hire people. You know what I mean? My dog out here doing crimes, and I'm over here hiring and getting pulled in for no reason. But
not hilarious, but funny. Wait, no, that didn't help at all.
Right. I feel like it's just how it's like life is like what do they call it when life's playing a joke on you? It's like everything is just like a joke. I feel like everything has just been like, how can we make this funny?
Every day is April 1st.
You're expecting packages? Let's delay them by 2 months.
You ain't got to get into all that, bro.
Yeah,
that's sad. That's sad within itself.
Yeah. Triza, you can't schedule reels though. I stopped in the middle of a run to upload a video today. That is so stupid too.
Okay, so now that we're talking about, and then I'm gonna get into some of these questions that people submitted. That is one of the biggest things that's pissing me off about social media right now. Because like I said, just when you figure something out, it goes left. Now because Instagram got the TikTok beef, everything is reels, and they penalize posts, IGTV, all that type of stuff. Because for real, if you post a reel, let's say it'll get like 1,000, 10,000 views or whatever. That same content as a post or as an IGTV will get like 100, 200, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. I understand you're trying to hype this one thing up, but don't penalize people for using other stuff that you provide. Like, you're looking kind of crazy. But anyway, you can't schedule reels. And that kind of pissed me off. Because I can schedule everything else. But for reels,
Williams,
stop and then schedule reels manually. And if you focus on when you get the highest traffic, for me, it's going to be 6 p.m. The way my life is set up, usually around 6 p.m., my mind is nowhere thinking about social media or posting anything or anything like that. I had to get realistic to hit me like, oh, it's almost 6 o'clock. Post that reel. I'm like, oh, shit, almost forgot. I got a fork full of salad out at this place. But yeah, sure.
You're right.
This is real.
You can schedule TikToks now, though, if you do it in the app. I just saw it the other day. So,
Duh. I ain't gonna lie to I'm scared of TikTok.
It's a wild place.
Yeah. I'm scared of TikTok.
Wenzel says, missed a few episodes. Why did you stop premiering on IG Live? So we ran into a problem of a lot of people were on Instagram and we got a lot of numbers there, but also it limited us to what we could do. So we had to pick a side. Do you do more numbers and be limited and then can't bring on guests and do all this stuff that we want to do? Or do we build YouTube up and then be able to move how we want to?
That's a fact. So we'd rather go with the lower number, lower reach thing because it has more capability than to just stick with something that was getting us the numbers. And it's a climb from here up, but it was also a hassle doing the Zoom thing and the YouTube thing with having the phone thing and the IG thing. Man, 2 microphones, a lot of cables. Oh yeah, trying to bring somebody in.
Yeah,
Couldn't
it's
do
too
it.
complicated.
Yeah, maybe we just like a challenge like that. Maybe that's who we are.
But
Yeah.
I'm excited. When we're ready, you know, we'll bring in the guests. We need to figure that out because I feel like we got. The crazy thing is, it's us because people hit me all the time. I got a list of people that's like, yo, I'm going to be on the show. Like Diego hit me like every week, like, yo, can I be on the show? Tira, I just talked to her. She want to be on the show.
Willie Donut want to be on the show.
We got some heavy hitters that that brought it up.
Definitely a few heavy hitters. That's true. Yeah. Okay.
We need to schedule that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta get Young Bangladesh on the show.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You talk about somebody with some gems.
Him and Polo, they remind me of each other in the sense of like their attitude towards stuff, like their confidence in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like they're both just very like, I'm me. Deal with it. And I like those kind of attitudes. I like when people are just like, yo, I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? Hey, Ryan, respect it or get out the way.
Facts, bro. Yeah, Polo, Bangladesh, and my grandmother. Like, I don't care. Hey, like it or not, this is how I was going, and I said what I said. So here's a good question: should I stick to a niche like boom bap as an up and coming? Hold on. Should I stick to a niche like boom bap as an up and coming producer, or should I do different types of music? Could I still see success if I just stuck with the niche? Here's the thing. I'm a firm believer in make what you want to make and then make the most of it. I understand the want to maybe make different types of things, but if you're making different types of things just to, I don't know, kind of blend in and it feels and you're not comfortable doing it. It's one thing you're like, all right, let me try out. Let's say you do boom bap and you're like, let me try out trap because I never did it before. And it feels good to you and all of that, then that's fine. But if you're doing it just because you're like, yo, I just kind of want to make some bread.
Right.
I personally don't believe in that. I understand why some people say, nah, I would just switch up. My thing is do what you want to do because A, being yourself is the easiest thing to do. B, being yourself is way more sustainable than forcing something. And C, if you do something that you hate and it pops off the slightest, you may be stuck doing that thing that you hate for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Call me a free spirit, whatever you will. I'm a firm believer in you do what it is that you want to do. You be as good at it as you possibly can, and you make that shit work for you.
I watched this interview, and it was Doja Cat talking about how she was scared after that Moose song came out because she was scared that she was going to be known for that.
Stuck being a cow.
Yeah, and you know how wild that is, bro, because like people don't know Doja has been around, dog, forever, dog. Like she a long time, bro. Like she was signed to
way
Dr.
before
Luke.
the cow song.
Yeah, like dog, maybe 2-3 albums in of putting out music, right? Then she makes the cow song, it blows up, it goes crazy, and now people know who she is, but they think that she's like a joke. You know what I mean? So then it's like, imagine I've done all this serious music and I've been serious about my craft. Nobody really listening. I make a joke, I blow up, and then it's like now I got to convert those people to real listeners. She pulled it off. She figured it out. You know what I mean? Which is a hard task to do. But yeah, I'm kind of the same way, bro. I don't want to do something that I'm not gonna be locked in on. You know what I mean? So it's like
smart. I
stick with trap, R&B, a little pop. You know what I mean? I feel like a little, little pop shouter. You know what I mean? I wish more people did pop music, bro, especially in Atlanta. Somebody's asking me why I don't do more pop, and it's like in Atlanta, it's not really a scene for it. And I miss doing pop, bro.
You gotta go to LA more.
Yeah, or just I gotta start collabing with more people in LA.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Young Wenzo says something in the chat. Reels equal post nonsense and general stuff for reach and awareness. Carousels, tips, strategies to build followers. Okay.
You know what my issue with Instagram is? Now it's too many things in one thing. To me, what makes TikTok great is because you have the explore page, the For You page, and then whoever you follow. That's it. Instagram is IGTV within the feed, the regular feed, the stories. You know what I'm saying? You got lives, you got reels. It's too much stuff going on. And it's like, I feel like you can't grow. It's either I feel like I've been dropping a little bit because it's like a lot of like spots and stuff. Like, bro, like the comments is like crazy, bro. It shouldn't be that you, as soon as you post, you got 10 comments and it's like promoted on, and they haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, fam. This is the worst turducken I've ever tasted.
Well,
it's terrible.
They're supposed to change their name next week. So I feel like they're trying to rebrand and pivot. So we're gonna see.
Hey, a change in name only is not a change at all. I'll say that. You got to change. Shit, you could keep the name, just do better in all the other areas. But I understand you got a little heat from Capitol Hill. Y'all been sitting up on Capitol Hill for a while, taking some heat. You're like, maybe I should just be another person and start over fresh and do some mischievous shit under a different name. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Let's see, DL, he says, Triza, why'd you stop using Reason? I don't know why. I feel like people be trying to set me up for the reason. I've been trying to behave. I've been on my best Reason behavior. Trolling. I haven't said nothing bad about Reason in a long time. I'm proud of myself. But that ends right now because I have to tell you why I got off of it. No, really, it was, I didn't like the VST thing. And this was years ago. So I know it's changed. You know, it's different. But at that time, people starting to get different effects plugins and stuff like that. And it was sounds and stuff that I wanted that I would see my friends using, but I couldn't get them because I was using Reason. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I dipped. I went to the FL, and then I went to Logic, and then went to Ableton, and then I'm back at FL.
Back to FL. Hey man,
some hardware in between there at times.
That's true. You did have a few pieces in there.
Did you see Metro Boomin on $1 million worth of game?
I saw clips.
Mm-hmm.
I saw clips. That was pretty
Metro
dope.
produced like a 2000s hip hop producer. I love it though. No, he got he had like the MPC, was it the 2000 or 25? He had like an old MPC. It ain't like a new one. This is like a historic boy. You know what I mean? And
a lot of them going back to that.
Yeah, it's cool to see it.
Going to that, not going back to that, but going to that for the first time. Yeah,
it's cool to see. Especially from him. I'm pretty sure he was like a clicker. You know what I mean? Like he grew up, drawing everything in.
Is that racist?
Is that a term?
I think so.
Ooh, we should start that. It's like all the young kid producers are clickers. It's like the Gen Z. My clicker.
My clicker.
My clicker. What's good,
Clicker, please. Let me tell you something.
That 808's out of tune, clicker. This clicker's wild.
This clicker's wild. Oh no, y'all, that's crazy.
But bro, why is my phone? And of course, my laptop's connected to my interface, so it's like mad loud. I'm sorry, guys.
So good. So, somebody said, "What tips or gems can you give? Or what plugin tips or gems can you give for making my songs sound louder without ruining the dynamics?" Honestly, EQ and compression. And it's not so much like this technique, that technique, but basically the old faithful basic strategies. Because it's not like a plugin. Because you remember back in the day, people were like, yo, throw some L2 on that joint.
Oh, yeah. That was the thing. I haven't used L2 in years, bro. I forgot about L2, bro.
L2 is better than L3.
That is true. That's very true.
But the thing is, I used to use it too. Everybody used to do it. And you'll find these plugins that'll make things louder. And they'll even have like a preset that's like, yo, make your tracks louder. But you don't really understand what's going on.
Right.
And it sounds good. But at the end of the day, you're killing a whole bunch of stuff. So honestly, and not to take like the razzle dazzle out of it, but just learn basic compression, basic EQing.
That EQ gonna help a lot.
Parallel compression, dope, multi-band compression. But and it doesn't take a super special plugin. It could just be regular stock compressors. Because the thing is, to really be a master of it, the masters can do it with the stock joints.
Oh yeah.
No presets. And I say just learn that.
It's like sculpting. It's just chipping away. Like when you say like EQ, like I know what EQ is like. If you just cut out like the unwanted lows, because you got to think if all this stuff has unwanted lows on it, Like really, no, my 808, I want the bass in there, my kick. Everything else, I kind of don't want that super low end. So
low cut.
But you got to think, if you got 15 tracks, you know what I'm saying, and all of it has that low end, it starts adding up, and that mud takes away from that loudness and the clarity from your record. So it might not be like decibel loud, but perceived loudness. I'm sure Realistic could explain it better, because I'd be feeling like I'd just be saying stuff like a producer. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, it's cleaner and it sounds louder, but you know.
Yeah, that joint don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit
the.
Yeah,
sometimes
that's how
I feel like
talk.
That help with your drums even hitting it, cutting out the low on some of the other stuff. It makes your kicks and your snares punch through a little bit better, because it's not fighting as much.
Fighting for the frequency. Yeah. No, and shout out to Realistic, because I'll be explaining stuff to him like, bruh, I'm like, nah, the snare's too thacky, too much thack in it. I know he's like, yo, this dude here, man. I'm like, yeah, it's doofy. That kick is real. It's too doofy. I don't like the doofiness in it.
Let me load up the Waves Doofex.
Right, the D-doofa.
The D-doofa.
You got that new isotope D-doofa.
Hey man, that's a good plug in there. D-doofa.
The D-doofa? Yeah. Take the doofy out your joint.
That's hard. Plug-in D-doofer.
D-doofer. All right, so here's a good question. I don't even know if I really have an answer for this. Maybe you got something. If I have $5,000 available, already have the gear and the software, how should I invest it when selling beats online?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. An answer I would have gave you maybe months ago would be
different.
You can run some ads. Do not run ads right now.
It's horrible right now.
Yeah.
Another part of my sadness.
Yeah. Apple and Facebook. Yeah. So, but anyway, outside of that, because everything I could think of that you would do doesn't cost any money.
I mean, he could do Google. He could advertise YouTube. I mean, those
YouTube ads. Yeah, you can do YouTube ads.
I mean, you could. I mean, and even with Facebook, you could do brand awareness type stuff. It doesn't relate to direct money, but in the long run, you know.
Yeah, you're more traffic reach, like you said, brand awareness type stuff. Yeah, that still works, kind of.
You can invest in content stuff. I mean, as far as like, I mean, even as like, it sounds crazy, but like clothes, like we've been cashing out because it's like it makes a difference. People,
that's a fact.
If you have a certain shirt on it in a video, it makes a difference between you having a champion shirt on. Nothing wrong with a champion shirt. I wear them all the time, but it's a difference. You know what I mean? People gonna pay attention to Oracle with Jesus on his shirt.
That's a fact. Supper. The Last Supper Supreme shirt.
Yeah.
That's a
people
fact.
Gonna notice that, you know.
Yeah, listen, we tested that theory, and people have been just like hitting me like, "Yo, what you been doing?"
Yeah.
See, you stepping up. Shirts game is crazy. I'm like, "Oh, you haven't seen my shoes yet. You can't see my shoes on the pod."
Wait till you be like, "Oh, this has been good, huh?" You be like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. I like those. Like, yeah, you see, so icy boys."
But yeah, that's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so maybe some YouTube ads, maybe some Google ads. I
mean, you never have enough sounds, bro. I would still buy sounds and plugins and stuff. Always.
Now I put that in he says he had the gear and the software already. In my mind, I kind of put sounds in there already because I think he's talking like more for a minute. But he did put the word invest in there. And sounds definitely something to invest in, bro.
I'm telling you,
the sounds.
I got the rule, bro. If I make money, I gotta put it back. If I make any money off music, something's got to go back to music. It's got to be a plug-in, a sample pack, every time.
That's smart. Somebody asked if we were going to make an app. Well, they asked me specifically, we make a sound Oracle app. But since this is unquantized, I'm going to just broaden that to an unquantized app. I have not looked into that. I'll be honest with you, bro. But it sounds dope. We've looked into Discord and other things. I mean, it sounds like a dope thing to do. So if we were to do an app, and hold on, let me go back to I'm not even looking at YouTube right now. I think it was DJ Dwight. He listed the actual tabs and everything that should be on there. Oh man, fire. Oh no. He wants to executive produce his joint. But just if
Right.
we did have an app, would you all be interested? Would you download it?
Let's know.
Would you come? Would you pull up? Would you pull up on me?
Pull up on me,
Unison Audio was still that plug-in,
bro.
Listen,
they are in the most hated company list, bro. The people do not like them, dog.
Man, I was going to talk about that last week, and then we ended up talking about it after the show last week. But yeah, while we're kind of on that subject, I forgot what they did, and I heard about it, and I was like,
why don't people like them?
It was something that they did. Well, one thing I know is that if you don't give them a favorable review, they'll like report you for like a copyright strike or try to get your page taken down. But it was something prior to that they did, and I forgot what it was, and people just simply did not like them. But I've never seen a company get hated like this in our space. And I was telling you, like, people used to mess with Kyle Beats about the drip joint, but everybody liked Kyle Beats. But nobody was like, "How the hell with Kyle Beats?" It was kind of like a joke thing. But like, nah, like this is different. They like,
they don't. People don't mess with them.
People review their stuff on YouTube, and the thumbnail be like trash. Only because of how they treat the YouTubers mostly. And you'll see it's kind of sad to watch. You'll see the YouTubers in the beginning of the video. They're like, guys, really, please like this video because they're probably going to come after me because I didn't talk favorably about this product, and they're probably going to get my page shut down again. So please like this video. I'm like, damn, son. So prayers up to Unison Audio, man. Hope y'all get right.
Boy Wonder says they have too many ads. Does that bother people? Is that really like? I want to know because
that's definitely not what I heard.
Me and Oracle ain't have too many ads at one point. There was times we was going crazy. Man. So if I think it's just them. I think they're annoying, so people find the ads annoying. I would think. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I thought, well, they do have a lot of ads. They do have a lot of ads, but I don't know if that's the reason why people started hating them, but whatever it is, I'm like, get right with Jesus or whatever y'all got to do. Cause man, I just never seen it like that before.
Right. Fiction says, I just got a notification from Instagram that I'm eligible for paid partnerships. So weird with only 700 followers. They're trying to get people to make content. That's what it is. Yep. They're trying to get people to push. That's why I like TikTok at the beginning. When you sign up and you post a video, you're going to get that boost. You're going to get that initial because they want you in there. They want you to get hooked on it. So that's, hey, if you can make money from it. They said something about me making money from posting reels. It's like, oh, you can make all this. I'm like.
And I still don't have 60-second reels. I'm sorry.
That's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah,
this ain't fine. This ain't fine, baby.
They want people to get out here and make content and do all that stuff, and they kind of taking a beating with the ads. Stock and everything is going down because a lot of people that do ads is pulling out because of what Apple's doing to them. So it's rough, man. Rough out here, bro.
Let's see. Tracks all they said waves. L2 is my go-to for loudness. What was the other one, bro? It's the L2 that we used to use, the L1, L2, and there was another one we used to use. It was like the it's almost like the L2. It's like the suite of it. It was like combined with something else.
It wasn't I'm about to say T-Rax.
No, it was waves.
I can't remember.
My mastering changed so much, bro, from then. The crazy thing, I don't even put anything on my master anymore. I don't put nothing on my master. But
I have a limiter on my master.
Yeah, I don't put nothing.
Yeah, I put the limiter on there just so I can't,
Right.
I do experimental things, and every now and again I'll get the random feedback issue from plugging something in. So yeah, I need that on there. But other than that, no, I'm cool. So a real quick plug, by the way. Today, before the end of the show, I gotta say this. Today, Realistic and I and Loki dropped Piano for Producers.
Hey.
The world's first piano course that focuses strictly on hip hop and trap and a little R&B. So I like to describe it as way more Zaytoven than Beethoven. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That should be like what you put in the ads.
Yeah, I think I put that somewhere on the landing page. I think I'm gonna put that like prominently somewhere on the landing page. But yeah, it's not like a whole bunch of long drawn out classical movements and stuff. It's all based off of like top charting hip hop and trap songs, and we kind of decode them and show you how to play the piano, but base how to play the piano course on that type of stuff. So yeah. All right. So now that the commercial is over, we did have another question. This is a lengthy question, so pardon me while I read this because I can't talk today. So I'm having trouble remembering which one of my clients or leads did what or what stage in the lead process they are in the customer cycle.
Well, hold on. I'm waiting for the chords and the music theory. Oh, we talking marketing? Okay, wait. Okay,
yeah. Exactly.
I gotta switch my mind frame. Hold on.
Kind of picked up. So I'm gonna read this slowly and again because it's a lot, and I want to make sure I get this right. I'm having trouble remembering which one of my beat customers and leads are at what stage in the customer cycle process, and I missed a lot of opportunities to follow up. How do you manage communication and following up with leads and customers? Do you think CRM software? Hold on, I gotta click on this. And I kind of want to read this question again, too. Let's see. What do you think CRM software is? Damn, where's that part of it? I extended this question, and it's so much more of the question left.
Oh,
yikes! Hold on, man. Wait. Oh, CRM software. Well, this, or is there another or better way to organize? Okay, one more time from the top. I have trouble remembering which of my beat customers and leads are at what step in the customer cycle, and I missed a lot of opportunities to follow up with them. How do you manage communicating and following up with leads and customers? Do you think CRM software and apps would help with that? Yes. Listen, that's a very good question.
I wasn't expecting that one. That was a very intelligent question that I wasn't expecting. Very good.
I'm really loving this question. So definitely, this is where automation is the best. So automation, like I'm just thinking of a million things in Zapier that you could do, even with the free plan. I don't know how these people are getting on your list, or I would have to know more about like the inner workings of how everything works. But I'm pretty sure I can think of a million ways that you could do it. But you definitely want to get some type of automation in there. I'm imagining if you're talking about follow-ups, you're talking about emails. So with emails, you're going to have flows. Triza and I know all about flows. And it's basically a person gets an email based off of, let's say, something that they've done or something that they haven't done by this time, or you could just set it up any type of way to trigger. And what you can do with these customers, you can have a whole flow of the whole customer journey. Once again, I don't know what's going on at these different parts and what you're using, but you definitely want to use some type of automation. CRM software, I guess some of these things can be classified as CRM, but just some type of automation and some type of like automated flow. And for anyone listening that doesn't know what a flow is, it's like instead of sending somebody 7 emails over the course of 7 days, let's say, you just send them the one email, and then based off something they didn't do, a list they're on, not on, whatever, 2-3 days later, they'll get the second email and the third email. You just do them all at one time. And that way you won't forget. You won't have to keep checking, and you won't miss an opportunity to follow up with a lead. So I just think whoever this person is, brilliant question. I just think they haven't been introduced to the world of automations and Zapier and email flows and stuff like that. But I would look into it and DM me. I'd like to talk to you some more because it's kind of my bag.
And the only thing I got to add is just know your customer journey. So it's like once say if they sign up for something free or a lead, what's after that? Like, do you want them to buy something? So then the automation needs to focus on that. And then if they buy it, what's going to happen then? Where are you taking them after that? So it's like, you kind of got to make sure you understand where you're leading everybody so you can make the automation set up correctly, if that makes sense. Because if not, you're just going to be sending them emails and then you're not going to get no results. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Also, A/B test. on whatever your follow-ups are. Don't just have one static type of email or whatever that you're sending them. Have this email and that email, and then 50-50 testing things out. It's easy to do in software. You don't have to do it manually, and see what works. And then, just keep relying on that.
Okay, Oracle, I'm about to read something, okay? The beating now. I need.
I don't even like how you start. I need
for you to be calm, right? I feel like they're fighting words for you, right? So I don't know how you're gonna take this, okay? So
I'm uncalm already, sir.
So DL says, why did the Roland MV 8000 fail? Why don't they reimagine it now? And then OG Bobby Johnson says, yo, the MV is a beast. Way better than Akai. I put money on that. How do you feel about that, Oracle?
Man, I'm about to knuckle up, cuz. No, actually...
It's clockwork time. No, let me stop.
I've never used the MV. I do know it was quite capable and quite a beast, but I can't answer that because I've never used one. I've used a billion NPCs.
Didn't it have mad random flaws though? Like weird, quirky stuff about it. It was an issue, and that's why people didn't really use them like that.
I've heard a few people say that, but so did the ASR, and people love that.
That is true.
So I don't know. I would have to ask. EA Ski is the person to ask about this. He has both. He has everything, but I would have to ask him that. I would almost get him on this show to ask him that. Like,
that's fair. We need to do that
between the MV and the NPC. But so I'm not ready to fight anybody just yet because he could be right. I might get it. I'm not gonna get an MV. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if I ever got an MV and started using it, I might have to be like my man OG Bobby Johnson. I'm flanked by NPCs. I don't know if you can see in the background. I'm actually flanked by 3 NPCs. So I may have to just kick them joints out and then put the MV up.
Let's see. The new SP404 is supposedly kind of MV-ish.
Fam.
What is that way? How does that work?
Kind of MV. See, I don't know what features of the MV you're talking about.
Yeah.
But fam, that SP404, I'm feeling it. I think I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, I was about to ask, did you pull the trigger yet?
Nah, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that pre-order in. Where I messed up was I thought it was available now. Man, I was about to go to Guitar Center and everything to get one, but it's not available now. So the fact that it was like a pre-order thing made me be like, oh, I'm gonna fall back a little bit. But that was a week ago, and now I'm feeling like, if I pre-order it now, will I be in batch 1 still with somebody, or am I gonna? Because I think it's set to go out. Somebody told me something about November 15th. I forgot where I heard that at, but I don't want to be in the batch that's going out on January 15th, and I get it in February or March. Because if that's the case, or I could just wait till it hit like Guitar Centers and figure out what Guitar Center is the one that told me something about November 15th, and I'll just be there. Like, yo, just give me one. I'll be there. Listen, bro, I could be there when y'all open.
Today I got time, cuz. Yesterday I had time.
I don't play around. That thing looked fun, and I know I won't be using it like that, like every day. But I collect these types of things, and I would have hella fun with it just because it's limited, and it got some of the best effects in the game. I would use it for sound design. I could run shit through it and get my money's worth immediately out of it. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. I'm trying to get convince my homeboy to get one too. And the price is right, bro.
All right, the price is good. Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
Listen, things coming out now. I think the cheapest thing that I bought, well, the most reasonably priced, let me not say cheapest, the most reasonably priced thing I bought recently, equipment wise, might have been the MPC one. And I believe that was like $800 or $799.
And weren't the old versions expensive too? Ain't that price of the original ones is kind of up there now?
Yep. Yeah, they still like $5 something.
Yeah, so this was about what? Yeah. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't have the rarity in that, No,
it's better. And it has, I'm saying better just based off of what I know, but it's the same effects. It's just, they literally kept all the best stuff, made more of the best stuff. Like for instance, they had the vinyl sim, which is like the most popular effect on them joints. 303 had a vinyl sim. The 404 had its own vinyl sim. This one has the 303 vinyl sim and the 404 vinyl sim, and they put a cassette simulator on it. Oh, wow. So that's what I mean. Like they kept all the best stuff from all the machines and then enhanced on the best stuff. And the stuff where it was weak, like the sequencing capabilities and pattern linking and all that stuff was really quirky. The resampling had like a polyphony cap on it where you can only play 2 samples or 4 samples at a time. They fixed all that.
Oh yeah.
So
that's right.
Yeah. So for $500, yeah, I'll pull that trigger.
Nick Epic says, do you have days when the best songs sound trash to you, or is it just me? No, that's everybody, bro. Comes and flows, my dog.
That's a fact.
You just gotta do something else when you in that mode where stuff ain't vibing right. Hey, that's when you go do something else. You watch the beat making videos. You go learn something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
bro. Did you watch that Danger the mix where he breaks down My Love? He has this thing where he breaks down the production of it. Dog, incredible.
So let me tell you something. I thank you for reminding me. I saw the clip of it. I'm in the bed, and I was like, oh shit, this is fire. My wife is asleep next to me though. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this in the morning because I know I'm gonna want to turn this up and I'm gonna geek out. And I never got back to it. So thank you for reminding me.
Oh, it's great. It's funny because he talks about Vanguard, and it's just like, bro, he is Vanguard. Like when I think of Vanguard, I think of Danger. It's like no other association.
100%.
And he that is his plug-in. He needs to make Vanguard 2 and like run with it. My Love is the busiest hit that I've heard in a long time. I never, because they say hits are very simple.
Yeah,
like it's the notes. That one is a hit, but it's a lot going on in that beat. But it's like perfect. It's like I feel like only Danger and Tim could pull off that much stuff going on at the same time. And Jimmy Douglas, and it's spaced right, and it's like everything's perfect. Bro, that's crazy because it's like you gotta think it's the little vocal. They got the they got the chords, they got bass, they got the drums, they got the little baby thing.
They got beatboxing.
Yeah, it's like it's so much stuff going on in that beat, bro. But it works, dog. You like, dang, how did they pull this together? And it's just cool, man. Seeing like the thought process, seeing like the elements they use, because it'd be stuff that you be like, it's there, but then when you see it spaced apart, like, oh, that's how they did it,
Yeah,
it's a good watch. So if you're a producer, I recommend watching that. I was inspired, but that was like the vibe for this week for me.
Over the weekend, I'm definitely watching that.
And I told you I've been doing this ear training, bro. So when we talked last week, I found some videos on ear training. I ain't gonna front, bro. I already could tell a difference on it.
Really?
I already could tell because I feel like I know. So it's not like I'm starting from zero, right? It's not like I'm just like I don't know. Like I could kind of pick out notes and stuff, but it takes me a second. But what this ear training does is it doesn't tell you what the note is. It just plays a note, right? And you can look at the screen and see what it is. But I don't do that. So I just sit at the piano and they'll play the note, and then I just try to first guess, like boop, press it, right? And the first time it took me a couple of tries, like I would be off like maybe 1 or 2. Bro, I could go through like half the thing of like them playing the notes, and I can
get them right.
And get them right. Just off hearing it, just be like, and it's weird because it's like my fingers will start like leading me to that note.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh man, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you go on YouTube, you type in is it pitch training? Like perfect pitch training. It's a bunch of videos, and the one you'll see it's like part 1, 2, and 3. I've been doing it every day for like as soon as I wake up, the first thing I do, and that joint's been helping, bro. Like I feel like melody wise, it's not that it's like my melodies are. I feel like what it is quicker for me to figure out where I want to go. Like normally, you know how you trying to figure out where you want to go with the melody. It's like you got to keep like trying, and I feel like now it's like my fingers are more like it just knows where to go to hit that note that I'm thinking in my head. It's just quicker. So yeah,
Well, here I go. My weekend plans, like I'm doing that this weekend too. I need to start writing this down.
Quick. It's quick too. It's like 15, 20 minutes, bro. And then, you do that. I just feel like it's very relaxing too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a vibe.
That's fine.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. How'd you feel about the beat thing?
I used to like that joint, bro. I really like the beat thing. I had one. I might still have it, but that joint was fire. Man, I liked it. I have nothing bad to say about it. And I had one of the early beta versions. It had some quirks with it and all that. Still loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get on some, and it's like I talked about last week, like it's a high of a fun workflow.
Mm-hmm.
That gave me that. That gave me that workflow. How we're like, damn, I just keep banging out beats on this joint. It's small, it's portable, and it's fun. So yeah, shout out to the beat thing, man. RIP.
Let's see. How do you practice working under pressure? That's a good question. What do you think?
First of all, be under pressure more.
Yeah,
because you can't practice being under pressure without being under pressure. I'll just create pressure. Mm-hmm. That's really it. And someone asked a question here, which is kind of similar to that. How do you prepare yourself and be good with cooking up on the spot? Which I think is a really good question. Mm-hmm. First of all, templates. Templates, number one. Have templates loaded up. Not only will you not have to waste time loading things up, but you'll just be more like you'll become more efficient.
Right.
And you'll know what you need very often. A lot of us don't pay attention to what we need. Mm-hmm. Like we just load up and we don't realize, like, dog, you load this up every time, or you load up 3-4 instances of this every session. Pay attention to yourself and just keep that in your template. The second, put your stuff in places where it's easy to find, and name your things something that makes it easy to look for. The names of some of my folders are dumb long, only because I put all the keywords in there that I would search for to find that folder if I don't know where it is. Secondly, whittle bigger collections down to smaller go-to collections. So if you say you got an Oracle pack, my drum packs come with like 200 plus drums and all that in there. Pick your favorite 10 kicks, 10, put those somewhere into a folder, into another folder that's like favorite, drum favorite. I have a drum faves folder. I have a drum faves folder for trap, drum faves folder for boom bap, just an overall signature sound drum favorites folder. And I try to limit those to no more than 30 to 50 sounds per collection. So so name your stuff, put your go-tos somewhere nice. Always have a template. And if it's loops, samples, whatever, find a way to make them work immediately. No one is trying to watch you really chop up a whole song or whatever on the spot. You know what I mean? So like, if you notice my stuff, for those that came to the cookout, I got my stuff labeled. It's kind of like labeled by dates. And when you pull it up, like my samples will come up in a drum rack. They all like tempo sync. They all like perfect loops.
Right.
Before the game even starts, I got the perfect loops already. Mm-hmm. Anytime I hear something or sample something, especially like if it's a Diggin type of thing, I just get the parts I want out of it. And if it's loops, I just make them perfect, name them, save them all together with proper names. That way I can just recall them whenever I want.
Yeah, for me, it's like on the spot. It's like at home, I'm practicing all the wild stuff. So it's like I know the stuff that works when I get in front of people. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really experimenting too crazy when I'm in sessions like that. I'm doing what I know works. Like I know these chord progressions work. I know these drums work, because people get bored easy. So if you're not on it, you know what I mean? Especially like in a session, if you're not giving it at least a foundation for somebody to kind of go off of, they off somewhere else. So to me, it's like, man, make beats in front of people. I could be on the phone. I could talk. I could have a whole conversation and make a full beat, bro. Just of years of just like doing. I mean, it's probably not good, but years of multitasking and doing stuff like that, and just being around people and having to conversate and make beats at the same time, you start learning, And man, if you get around a songwriter, to me, that's the best, man. That helps you a lot with making beats on the spot.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that's when I got good, because one of my friends is like a great songwriter, and we lived in the same apartment complex. So every day we would just make music all day, bro. We would just all day and I could just make like a chord progression, a snare, and a kick. And that would be enough for him to write. That would be enough. You know what I mean? So it's like,
that is the best.
Then I start noticing like, okay, I can do this to get by and make a good enough beat so he can write to. And then while he's doing that, I could polish. And that kind of taught me of the important stuff and what, you need to do later on and like how to get the session done quick. So, I mean, it's really just like practicing, dog. Just getting around people, put yourself in front of people, you know what I mean? Get feedback. I mean, if you really want to go crazy, put some women in the room. Oh, I ain't never seen nobody make a whack beat. Well, I have
women and kids.
But they'll bring the competitiveness out of you, bruh.
Yes,
it's like a dude's playing basketball. You put some women out there, we gonna try to hoop. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. We're gonna try.
We're gonna tear ACL hooping.
Hey, right. Hey, when it's just the guys, we gonna go light. Hey, when it's people watching, hey, we showing out.
So Wenzo says, I have most of Sound Oracle drums in my MPC right now. Shout out to Wenzo. Appreciate that. I need a car to add the de-doofer.
Take them deuce off them drums.
Bro, you gotta get the deuce off the joint. Your joint is mad doofy. It's doofy as hell.
I feel like to plug in the little mascot should look like Kirby. Just like Kirby looked like a doof. You know what I mean?
Man, why did that make me laugh?
It makes sense, right? It's like, man, it should be doof. You know what I mean?
Not Kirby. Facts. Dia said, do you still sample from vinyl? More Diggin now, but I did have a huge vinyl collection that I did manage to record most of it. I managed to record most of the collection in between 2002 and 2005. So a couple thousand records. So I still dig through those. I do have crates in the back, nowhere near as many as I used to have. And I still dig because I feel like I'm a digging pioneer from way back in probably since 2000, 99, 2000. I was digging. So yeah, crazy. Yeah, bro. I mean, I thought I was on something. I wasn't telling nobody, but there's nobody to really tell. Niggas like, yeah, good God Almighty, boy, always got the new vinyl samples. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to get on your computers.
I remember one time you was on Spotify. You was going crazy.
100%. Yeah.
This is early. This is years. This is like when I first met you, and you had it like ran a certain way. I was like, oh yeah, he for real.
Yeah, I had the code written to where it would copy the name and paste it and all that. And I was digging on Spotify before it was in America. Oh
yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Had to get the foreign credit card and the foreign credit card number to even use Spotify. They only had a paid plan. There was no free plan.
I remember it was something crazy there. I was like, bro, what are you doing, dog? And that's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Yes, indeed.
Hold on. Let's see. OG Bobby Johnson says, how long is the perfect pitch video? I've seen like 2 on YouTube. So the one is called Ultimate Ear Training Method Pitch Training. Look that one up. It's a vibe. It's quick and easy, my guy. See, question. What do you recommend to get started with email marketing, book, videos, etc.? Man, dog, for real, you could go to MailChimp. They got a bunch of tutorials. All of them got like tutorials on it. So I guess it's just depending on what you would have to learn is the post stuff, like what the messaging, which is more like marketing and copy. So I would look at like Russell Brunson and any of those kind of books, you know.
Shout out to Russell. Russell be fire.
My guy. Bang, bang.
Yeah. Prentice says, between Triza and Sound Oracle, it took me 3 weeks to separate my favorite sounds. A lot of great sounds. Thank you, fam. Yes, sir.
Cream. Ooh. Wow. I don't even
DJ
know.
Dwight. Yeah, I saw that. DJ Dwight said, what's your favorite kit, Wenzo? Hey, listen. I couldn't even answer that. So Wenzo, have at it.
Hey. See who else has seen what Triza's talking about. Oh yeah, that's the Danger Joint. Watch the Danger Joint. That's a vibe. I'm just trying to make sure I saw. Wenzel said, "Don't go to Guitar Center on Druid Hills. They had nothing." Bro, that one is trash. I'm surprised they still in business, bro. I'm really trying to think of how long Guitar Center can hold out. Because if Toys R Us,
I'm happy they are though.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's one of the things you don't never want to see Guitar Center go out. You know what I mean? I haven't bought anything for Guitar Center in years, bro. I literally go to Guitar Center just to try stuff to buy it on Amazon. I know that's terrible.
No.
But it's like let me see what this is like. Oh, all right, cool. Let's go buy it on Amazon.
Guitar Center and Best Buy are good for that. Guitar Center, though, satisfies I'm a very impatient person. When I really want something, sometimes
you'll be playing.
Yeah, even overnight shipping won't satisfy me when it comes to certain things. I'm like, it's a what? A where? All right. And I'm putting on shoes as I'm realizing how bad I want this thing, and I'm out the door, finding the place that has it as I'm leaving. That's how impatient I am when I really want something. So Guitar Center, like I said, it was not the MPC one. I can't remember the last thing, but it's been a few things that I've gotten like that. Like the Renaissance was that, Machine Studio back in the day. I want to say maybe even the MPC one. I'm like, yo, I want this. I've read enough. I want it, and I want it within the hour. And Amazon can't even do that for me. So shout out to Guitar Center and SamAsh for still being able to scratch that itch.
I really don't know how SamAsh in business. Them and Mattress Firm, I think they sell drugs in the back. I'm convinced.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that is a fact. Sam Stash.
Yo, that is a t-shirt, bro.
Sam Stash.
Dang, that's a t-shirt, bro.
Damn, USA Audio was still that one too.
That's.
Let me lead them. I don't even know them people. I don't know people I don't even know those folks.
My dog shooting shots.
Yeah. Sam Stash.
That's the question. Interval timing. So he asked, did we ever use interval timing? Oracle, you could speak about that one.
No.
Well, isn't like Pomodoro interval timing?
Oh, okay. Well, then yes, all the time.
Right? Am I thinking about this? Are we talking about the same thing? Because that's what I took it as, right? Interval timing.
Yeah, and now I'm making mad assumptions. I'm assuming that we're talking about the on the spot stuff and all that still. So yeah, but if interval timing, if you're talking about like Pomodoro timers and all that, all the time, bro. Like my workout in the morning, my main workout in the morning is Pomodoro timer. Do this for this amount of seconds, rest for this amount of seconds. Do
right?
Yeah. When it comes to working, that's the way I can assure that I get a certain amount of things done. Like, yo, you got to do 5 of these within 15 minutes. 6 times, then you can take a 30-minute break, come back and do it again. Because if you can get down the Pomodoro timing or the interval timing, you'll be able to accomplish something, and you'll know exactly how long it's going to take you to do it. As long as you can stick to it, you like, yo, I can do all of this by 3 o'clock. It just takes a little bit of math, but you just do a couple of whatever it is. Be like, all right, it took me 3 minutes to do one of these. How many do I have to do? All right, I want to be done by this time. I will have to do X amount of these within 20 minutes, and then blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's such a part of my life that I don't even like see it no more. I just automatically time stuff like that.
Yo, I feel like we talked about Oracle, but has people used like the brain music? Are you familiar with it's like the neural? They call it neural beats. I don't know if it works, right? Yes, but I don't know if it's placebo and I'm just thinking it works, so it works. But it's weird because the beats are I don't know how they do it, bro, because the beats are like non-memorable. It's like I couldn't tell you anything about the beats. It's like I hear them, but I don't remember anything about them. It's like a weird.
How do you feel when you're like doing stuff, listening to them?
I feel locked in. It just feels like you're just kind of in somewhere, like you're just like here. And it's not silence, but it ain't like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird, bro. It's like, it's nothing. It's like no melody to them, almost. It is. It's just like, it's melody, but it's just rambling. It's just like bits and boops, you know what I mean? But I'd be locked in, bro. And it's got timers on it. The one I use has got like a little timer. It's like Pomodoro, basically. Mm-hmm. So that's what made me think of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, though.
You might as well drop the link.
Oh, yeah. I got that.
You know that question coming. Oh, well, not to me. Also to me, but
so the one I use is called brain.fm. But see, bro, the producer in me, bro, I start like, I'd be like, ooh, I don't like this sound. Like, I don't like this, bro. I start picking it apart, bro. I'd be like, bro, damn it.
But it's if it works though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it definitely is a vibe. Something cool, switch it up. Because especially with music, bro, I feel like if I'm working, I'm thinking about beats, right? So this kind of helps me from thinking about production as much, because if I'm listening to the radio or just like Spotify playlists, I'm like, oh, that chord progression is crazy. You know what I mean? Or this, I'm going off on tangents.
It's too much. It's too much.
Damn. Let's see. God Boss says Brainwave is the best one. I'm gonna have to check that one out there.
Brainwave, gotta check it out. Hold on, read that. We got another question that is very intricate. It's so intricate, I have to read this. It's like 3 paragraphs. I'm trying to like condense it because it's a good question. Let's see. But what the hell's going on here? What they doing in the YouTube chat while I try to decipher these hieroglyphics here.
Let's see, 10 5-minute beats in 1 hour with 1 minute break in between. Them beats gonna be like 2 notes and a hi-hat.
Right.
You know, I've realized, bro. So I've been trying to schedule time in to be creative. When I mess up, for me, is when I'm trying to force myself to make beats in a certain time. Like if I know I got 2 hours to make beats and I'm just like trying to jam it in there, I don't do well. But if like, say I'm like, yo, I have no time limit, I have no issues. Even if I only take 10 minutes to make the beat. It's the me trying to rush through it. So lately I just been like, bro, I'll sit there and like make a beat and then I'll go into the next one. Then the next day I'll come back and just open up all the ones I did yesterday and then touch everything again. Wait, and then keep doing that. Every day I'm like touch them a little bit. And then at the end of the week, I bounce everything down. And then it's like a vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I break that thing up into days sometimes. Okay, so that intricate question, we may get to that. Like I said, that's only like 5 paragraphs long. It's from the same person that asked about the customer cycle journey.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of know but it's a great question. So anyway, we have another question. What are some good ways to challenge yourself when learning a different DAW like Ableton or any other DAW? Well, my approach with learning new DAWs and new software and new hardware is I like to take a fun experimental approach where I like to figure out what I'm trying to do in that moment and then figure out how to do it within that DAW. Mm-hmm. And I would say that's kind of like the spirit of hip hop, taking things that might not necessarily have been meant to be used one way and just using them the way that I need them to be used. Right. So instead of being like, what does this do? I ask the question of what do I need this to do for me? And then I figure out how to do it. When you do that, you become more independent when navigating around. I feel you find like more like of the gems and the quirks of things. And you'll bump into some other interesting things along the way. And then if you really get stuck, you can hit YouTube for a tutorial or a guide or whatever. But you'll at least know what it is that you're looking for. Because I don't like getting something new and then sitting and watching every single thing about it. I'm like, look, what am I trying to do? What do I need this to do? And it might not do that. But if I can figure out how to make it do that, I feel like I am mastering this joint. And that's how I became as proficient as I am with Ableton. Because it does so much stuff. I'm just like, sky's the limit. What do I feel like doing today? Let me figure out how to do that. And so that's my approach. That's my advice and my approach to learning like a new DAW.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the same. Bro, I figure out if I'm a new DAW, how do I loop? How do I record? Anonymity, the basic stuff. And then it's like, I just work until I get stuck.
Yeah.
Like the other day in Fruity Loops, right? It was the simplest thing. And I couldn't figure it out of how do you, like I want the velocities to go down and I have them selected. How do I do everything as a group instead of an individual? I could not figure it out. I couldn't remember to save my life, bro. And I'm like, bro, I know it's easy. And I'm hitting all the buttons and I'm looking up tutorials and nobody's answering exactly what I want. Luckily, I got friends. Like I just text Busy. I say, hey, Busy, how do I do this? And he answered in 2 seconds. But, you know, luckily I got friends I could just hit and just be like, cool, how do I do this? But I just work until I get stuck. And then I'm like, all right, cool. I figured that problem out. And then I just keep doing the same thing, repeat. As I go until I get stuck and I can't figure it out. And then it's like, all right, YouTube videos, whatever I got to do to get the answer, and then keep it pushing.
Or phone a friend.
Phone a friend. I do need to learn my shortcuts though. My keyboard shortcuts. It helps so much, bro. I'd be slacking, bro. I need to do better about learning. Oh yeah,
lifesaver. Yo, on Ableton, Control F or Command F, that goes straight to the search bar in your browser and you start typing. That's how I found everything. I do not click through folders. Control F, type a couple letters. There it is. Click clap.
That's.
But yeah, and anytime somebody got an Ableton question or NPC question, I'd be pumped when somebody called me. Triza will call me with other people on the phone. They'll have the question. He won't even have a question.
Yeah, he'd be like,
I'm like,
it's my time.
I'm like, let me put on my Ableton advice vest. I'm ready. Born ready.
So I'm here.
Man, listen. With bells on, as they say.
Okay. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Heavy into Luna. Damn, I still ain't check out Luna yet. That was what he brought up before. I never checked it out.
Is that the music joint or the graphic joint?
Oh, that is a good question.
It's a graphic joint called.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I think the music one. I'm pretty sure he's talking about music.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta check that one out. I know the graphics one, but not the music joint. Yeah. All
right. Yeah. Soon I might have to slizide.
Oh yeah. Okay. Someone says, how important is it for you to have a quality picture or video of you making music or producing music?
Oh,
a picture for sure. You definitely got. It's important to have at least a picture. I will say, videos of you making a beat, even though you might not want to be a full-time beat making video type of beat maker, it's kind of like a business card. Because the thing is, if you were in fashion, pictures would work because people could see, and that's all it takes. But when it comes to music, people have to hear something. So if you're on Instagram or whatever, it's cool to have a couple of videos. Those are important because they're like business cards. But having a picture of yourself, definitely important, because number one, you want a good picture and keep that picture consistent across all of your social platforms, because of course you're using more than one. And people connect with people.
Right.
When you see a face in a picture on a page, you kind of feel like you're dealing with a real person versus seeing a logo or some type of graphic. So the picture is super important. Videos important.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Prentice says, Triza, do you still not move forward until you finish the batch of beats you've been working on? See, I try to finish, but sometimes, bro, like I had this idea, bro. It's so weird, bro, because like I group my beats by the month, right? So I have like October 2021, you know what I mean? And then so it's like I know time frame, and most of the time I label my beats with the date on it too. So it's like somebody picks it, I know how to get to the files easy. And so I'm always going back through the ideas. And it was an idea that I started like a week ago that I kept pulling up, and it was like I figured out the chords and I figured out, but I didn't like the idea, and I kept pulling up and just didn't like it. That ended up being my favorite beat I made this week, bro. Is that
really?
One. Yeah, I went back to it and I was like, oh, I hear it now. Because I was trying to make it an R&B one, and I was like, dang, this kind of sounds like some Kodak kind of like some Florida like hood kind of joint. You know what I mean? And then I got it. That's when the chords went. You know what I mean? Because it was too gangster to be R&B, and it was still, so I couldn't figure out where I wanted to go, and I just kept pulling up, listen to it. So sometimes they'll sit. Sometimes I have ideas. It'll take me 2 months to get to, or I'd be like the beat I made right before the podcast. It was a drum loop that I had did before, and I was like, man, this is the perfect kind of vibe. It reminded me of another song, and I was like, I know I have this loop here somewhere that I made. So then, I made that loop years ago. I just knew it was sitting, and then I just took it and reflipped it again. You know what I mean? So I mean, I just try, because I know like today is like a day I'm gonna send out beats. After we get off the podcast, I'm gonna go send out beats, because I know people in the weekend, they working, they going to sessions, they're doing all that stuff. So I try to send out stuff Thursdays and Fridays. So I try to finish up as much as I can to get ready a new batch. But if it ain't ready, I just don't send it. You know what I mean? If it ain't there, it ain't there. You know?
Fire. All right. So somebody had a kind of a lengthy thing here, but we could cut it. We can cut it because I know you got slide.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'll C Squad, right? Oh, what up, fam?
C Squad, what up, bro?
What up? Yeah, all right. So we could cut it right here because I had other questions and all that stuff. We can get back into that. But anyway, before we get up out of here, what you got?
If you want to book a consultation, I had a lot of people hitting me about consultations. I'm gonna stop doing those probably in like 2-3 weeks, at least till 2022, because I'm swamped, right? So if y'all want them, I have a couple booked, and so I'm gonna finish those out. So if you want a consultation, book now, because I'm gonna, after the holidays and all that, I'm out. So feedback on music, email automation, all that kind of stuff. You want to talk about it? Cool. Trap therapy with me and Young Oracle's out. Get that joint. It's going crazy.
Facts.
Hey, and got some new stuff coming up, so that's it. What about you, Oracle?
Facts. There you go. Today, me, Realistic, and Loki, the composer, released Piano for Producers. It is the first piano course that focuses strictly on hip hop and trap, not a whole bunch of that classical stuff. As I said before, more Beethoven than Beethoven. So go ahead and pick yours up today. Payment plan also available. I'm super excited about it. Holla at that. Also, as Triza said, Trap Therapy, still going crazy in these streets. Grab yourself a copy of that as well. And the piano course comes with PDF, cheat sheets, and a sample and MIDI pack.
Fire. More fire.
Yes, sir. So if we didn't get to your question, I got these saved. We'll get to them next week. For everybody that filled out the email questionnaire, that link in that email, you can hit that joint anytime and put questions you want to in there at any time. They'll be right here available when we do all of our shows, and I could just knock them out. So with that being said, as you already know, it's been another episode of Unquantized Podcast. Thank you for being here, and we will see you next week.
I'm messing up the ending. I was trying to pay something. Okay, bye. Sorry.